We can do it.
We could just go no sound too.
Yeah.
When's our home game? I give us some big money.
Next week, 4.
Do you know if they're playing in this building?
I gotta think if you guys are practicing on it, there's a good chance.
No.
I don't think so.
Wyoming doesn't play JV.
Okay, so why? I got a black screen here.
We're not getting camera. So go to main. And capture. Try that yeah.
OBS virtual.
Yeah.
camera.
Let's see. No, the one above it.
That'll
Oh, I
be
shake
this.
the whole thing.
Should be UHD capture.
There it is.
How do I look? You
Looks
like it?
good. Classy.
This is yours. It's super
I
hot.
was gonna say you're gonna get warm.
Hey, what is this?
So they can see it on YouTube, but we're not broadcasting to KDQ, right?
It's not on the radio yet.
Right.
Are the mics on? Bradley, can they hear me? For all you viewers, this is the JV game.
It's time for Rebel Sports on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ. Rebel Sports is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Rich School District, Town of Randolph, Evanston Regional Hospital, Come On In, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, T7 Propane, Station on Main, Stacy's Repair, Ellingford Brothers, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, Jimmy John's, Dr. McKay Frankum, Crawford Trough, Woodruff Corner Store, Our Bakery, Mound Valley Cattle Company, and the town of Garden City.
Quality is the
It's time.
Welcome to all our viewers out there. We are just getting underway with our pregame show here, and we've got a battle going on in the JV game, so we will keep that playing. We do need to honor some of our sponsors as well, though, so we will play some of our commercials during this JV game, but we'll try to make sure you can see it as well. Rob, I know for a fact we have 2 viewers in Fiji, and we got to give a shout-out to Mark and Chris Smoot, who are watching their granddaughter Ryan right now, all the way from Fiji. I don't even know what time it is there, but it's got to be like really late or really early.
Or really, really early, one of the two.
Yeah, so thank you to all our viewers tuning in early for the pregame show and able to see this JV game. But I am here, Bradley Holmes, with my partner, Rob Leifson. Very excited for a big volleyball match tonight, Rob.
It is. It is senior night for Cassie Argyle and Brindley Hatch. But the students have been pumping this one up all day long. You've got a good student section, all in nice retro Rebel gear. And the gym is now freshly decorated with the senior posters behind us, Bradley. Unfortunately, they're behind us instead of across the way so we could see them. But if this JV match is any indication what the varsity match will be, we got a battle on our hands.
Well, and I have mixed feelings about retro night because some jerseys from my era are being worn over there. So it's just confirmation that I'm old. So, but this will be a very fun night. I anticipate having a full gym. It is a later game than usual. The opening tip for varsity will be at 7:45. We're currently sitting at 7:23, so we're about 20 minutes away, pending some senior night honors going on, but we will bring it to you. This is the Ellingford Bros pregame show, listening in on 98.3 KADQ FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We will take a break, and then we'll be back to continue this pregame show.
quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome back. We are part of the Ellingford Brothers pregame show, getting ready for this massive matchup tonight with the Rich High Rebels and the Tabiona Tigers. Rob, we are going to cut to our standout student interview. I had time to catch up with Riker Hoffman this week, and he has a great update for us with that injury, as good as an injury update can be. So listen in, and we'll be back after this.
I am here with our standout student segment, and I'm super excited to have Riker Hoffman with me. Riker, it's been a little bit since that devastating injury that happened at the beginning of the year, but we're going to talk a little bit about that, talk a lot about football. But first off, minus the injury, how's the senior year going?
It's going pretty good. I've been keeping up on my classes, but for senior year, I was mostly excited about football, and that kind of got taken away, so it could be better.
Yeah, and we all feel for you. We've all missed you like crazy, and let's just hop to that. We'll talk about school more in a little bit, but I think you've got some positive, optimistic updates for us. Tell us about where you're at with the rehab of your injury and the timeline as it sits for now.
I went back to the doctor for my second x-ray, and at first they told me no football for the rest of the year probably, but after that x-ray, they were able to tell me that I'll be able to be back for the playoffs, and I'm starting to practice now to get back in condition, so I should be back.
So there you have it for our listeners of our Rich County Rebel Faithful. Riker Hoffman is back in pads, practicing, and on schedule to return for the playoffs. And so that's super exciting, Riker. We've, like I said, we've missed you like crazy, so that's really good news to have you back. Is this the same shoulder that you injured right before basketball season last year?
Yeah, it is. So I injured the shoulder in the semifinals last year, tore a bunch of stuff, and then I got surgery in January during basketball season, and then this happened again, and yeah, it's the same shoulder.
So you played that state championship game last year with torn ligaments in your shoulder, correct?
Yep.
Tough kid. I'm here with Riker Hoffman, just talking about the tail end of the football season, which we're very excited that a really good possibility he'll be a part of. So Riker, with all that being said, tell us what you got going on here in your senior year, classes that you're taking, and with your senior year coming to almost the halfway point, what do you have planned after high school?
I've took a lot of classes like during the summer, so I'm going to be able to graduate after second try. So after basketball season, I'll be done. And then I'm just going to start going to work with my dad. He owns a fencing business, and I'm just going to start working, but I'll be done at second try.
Awesome. So in just a few months, you'll be out into the workforce, working in the family business. That's awesome. And Riker, you and I are both cut from the football fold in terms of what we love, but how are you feeling about basketball season? Is that just probably a month and a half away?
Oh, I'm excited because I didn't play last year, and just that atmosphere of the state championship game, walking out in the fogs, all the lights. I want to do that again, but I want to win it. I'm excited for basketball. I think we'll do great things this year too, especially with people we got on the team.
Yeah, we have a lot of returning players, yourself included. And Riker, you bring up a great point of walking out the tunnel with the fog. Very few basketball players have gotten to experience that. And so if you guys can do that 2 years in a row and get it done this year, that would be a great thing to end your high school career at, since that you'll be graduating shortly after. So,
yep.
And Riker, I always ask everyone that's done the standout student segment, I ask them to give a shout out to a teacher that's had an impact on them during their time at Rich High School. Is there a teacher that comes to mind for you?
Tyson Larson. He's always been there for me. He's been a great friend, great coach. When I got injured, he showed up every single day with something, just talking to me, asking how I am. Definitely him. That's
a great story. And Coach Larson, as he started coaching junior high football, it was your guys' class that was there right at that point. So I know he's always had a special connection with you guys. And so that's cool that he's been keeping in touch with you through the injury. I know that, you can go back and listen to the interview I did with him the week after Gunnison, and he was pretty torn up about your injury. So I speak for all of us, Riker, when I say we're so excited that you're practicing, you're getting back in shape, and I'm sure that won't take long. And we look forward to seeing you again out on the football field.
Me too.
Well, Riker, I'm going to let you get back to your school schedule, and we had to jump through some hoops to get you on today, so I appreciate you doing that and taking the time, and looking forward to calling your name here in a few weeks and throughout the winter on the basketball floor.
Yep, sounds good.
Thanks, buddy.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
I am here with our Where Are They Now segment, and I am here with my good friend, well, I guess I'm going to have to call him Caden Calder. I've called him Ned growing up our whole lives, the name of his father, but this is Caden Calder. No, I'm not going to do it. Ned, how you doing?
Doing great. How you doing, Brad Holmes?
Doing good. So Caden and I went to high school together, had some great times, and I'm excited to catch up with him. Caden, where are you at in life right now? We'll catch up to all of your accolades from the Rich High School days, but give us an update of your family and your profession and where you're at right now.
Yeah, the old high school days, that's been a while now. But things are great here. We live out here in Tooele County, right here, really close to like Stansbury, in between Stansbury and Grantsville. Currently, I'm working as a junior high assistant principal, doing some administration. So I stuck to the education world, and man, junior high has been the place for me for a little while. It's been great. I started out teaching some 8th grade English for a while, and then the past 3 years have done some administration. So it's been cool to see things from there. As far as my family, man, we've got our hands full. We got 3 awesome kids. We got an 8 and a 6-year-old boy. 8-year-old boy and a 6-year-old boy, and then a little 2-year-old baby girl. My wife Chantel, who I married, she's from Paris, Idaho, good old Idaho side there, and we're just living the dream here, doing the best we can to raise some good kids and have some good times while we do it.
That's awesome. It sounds like things are going great. And Caden, are you still on the coaching staff at Grantsville High School for the basketball team?
I'm not right now. Once I moved into administration, that consumed a lot of my time. But yeah, I got to coach there for 3 years. Super fun, great time. Worked for our head coach at that time was Nate Austin. He's currently the director of basketball operations at BYU. So he worked there before, came here and coached at Grantsville, and then he's back there. Got to coach for him. We competed, got to go deep in a couple state tournaments. Competed for in a championship game, lost by a couple points, but it was an awesome experience to get to coach at that level and coach some great kids at Grantsville.
So rewinding a few years, tell our listeners some of the highlights and what really stuck out to you about your time at Rich High School for those 4 years, and what's carried with you up to this point with having a successful career and doing really well as a father and a husband. What things from Rich High have carried to be able to help you do those things?
I think it was just great people around me, great people that lifted me up, whether it was friends, whether it was teachers, coaches. We're fortunate at Rich High School to have a lot of great people that are intertwined within our lives. You know, I mean, you get to see them at home, at school, at work. So just so many great people that were able to lift me up, to teach me the correct way of how to be a good person, how to be a good man, and so that I could try to emulate that. And I just appreciated that from everybody, from coaches, from teachers, even to my friends that as we were growing up. Is just credit to a lot of the people around me that helped me out.
Well, and I can certainly echo that. I had the same experience with awesome teachers and friends. And right now I'm coaching at the junior high, and one of my assistants is Parker, who was your age, and he's doing awesome and super good guy. Ned, who was one of the teachers that had a big impact on your 4 years? I like to ask that question, and if there's a shout out you'd like to give, a lot of the teachers are still there that we had. Who's one, and it doesn't have to be someone who's still there, but who's a teacher that really had a good impact on you?
Yeah, I believe it was my junior year, was Mrs. Bruce. She was awesome for me. Just to teach the English side of things. That kind of what got me interested in some English stuff, and kind of a big motivator behind, and a lot of things that I did in my classroom I kind of tried to emulate and take from what she did. She was just awesome to teach me how to be a leader, to work hard, and to communicate in the English language. She did that in a way that helped promote a lot of success and progress with me. So that was really cool. That stuck with me for a long time.
Awesome. So Crystal Bruce getting the shout out.
Yeah.
I believe
shout out.
I believe she resides in Pinedale now, and I know that because that's who the junior high football team plays on Saturday, and her son's really good. So I have gotten the scouting report. Things are going well with her and her family, obviously. So
good. That's great to hear.
Well, that's awesome. Glad you're doing well down there. I drove past Tooele on my very first visit to Windover for a volleyball game. So there was quite the gap between your house and Windover. I got to see the salt flats for the first time in my life. So
a lot of long straight roads there. Yep.
Well,
good drive.
Being a Wyoming Cowboys fan and driving to Laramie once a year with my dad, I was trained for kind of the same view of something for a long time. So it handled just well, and looking forward to head out to Windover again for basketball season. But and for all of our listeners, Caden here is the son of Ned and Tammy Calder, who are in Garden City, and the brother of Principal Jesse Calder, who's doing a fine job at Rich High School right now. And so, Ned, thanks for taking time. I'm going to let you get back to your family. And I'm sure your oldest is putting in reps at the gym, so you probably have to go pick him up after his 8-hour training session. So.
Yeah, the kids are busy. They keep me busy, and it's fun. And just real quick, shout out to just all the Rich High students and everyone there, man. They do a great job at building each other up, at working hard, at their academics, at their athletics, and within the community. So shout out to all the good things that are going on up there. Like you said, my brother Jesse, it's exciting to see him grow and progress, and the high school right there along with it. So shout out to everyone up there. It's pretty cool to see him follow still.
Well, I'll speak for the community and say we appreciate that shout out. And Ned, thanks for keeping tabs on your alma mater and staying in education and giving back to the youth. It's an important thing. And you're right. The youth up here are doing awesome and working hard. It's been a fun, fall season of football and volleyball. And Caden, thanks for taking the time, and we'll be in touch, my man.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Appreciate you.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
I am here with Coach Wasden again in our pregame coaches show. And Coach, we have a lot of awesome things to talk about. Your team has had a good run as of late, winning 4 straight games with a big week this week. Tabiona coming to town, and then you guys heading to Ridgefield to a very competitive tournament in Ridgefield. How are you feeling about things on this Tuesday?
Excited to see some more progression. And yeah, I think it's going to be a great week to help us prep for end of the season.
And how do you feel? Is there, I'm guessing, a lot of excitement in the gym after this, your first day of practice yesterday? I'm sure the girls are laser focused about the Tabiona game on Thursday. How do you feel your girls are mentally for that Tabiona game currently?
I think excited. Also, there's always a bit of pressure and a bit of nerves, but I think mainly excited. It's nice that we got to win there, so we know we can do it. And I feel like we just keep getting better and better. And I think our girls can just go out and even get a bigger win. Yeah. And Coach, how do you, as a coach, psychologically, how do you help your team not to get too amped up for a game like this, where obviously it's an important one, it's a big one. There's always an emotion tied to playing Tabiona. How do you keep your girls leveled and on earth preparing for the game? For me, it's just a reminder of why we do volleyball. And, when the pressure gets too high, it becomes not fun. And so for me, I really try to remind them we're out here because we want to have fun. It's fun to win, but also it's when there's too much pressure, it's not that fun. So just come out here because you're wanting to have some fun. Yeah, and Coach, we've talked about some of the in-game adjustments that you've made lately with the 5-1. Besides the rotation adjustment, what other adjustments do you think have happened in the gym that have helped the girls arrive to where they're at right now? I feel like the girls have kind of accepted their roles of this is what my job is and this is how I can help the team. And also, if you come into my gym after practice is over, you're going to see 4 or 5 girls always there trying to improve in some of their skills, whether it's serving, hitting, setting. I feel like they've all individually decided this is what I can do to get better, and they're working on it. And Coach, have you seen some, because you've had some, you have 2 seniors and then a whole horde of younger volleyball players. Have you seen leadership starting to come up from the underclassmen, which is sometimes a common thing when you don't have a ton of seniors, that younger girls need to step up and become leaders themselves before becoming seniors? Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, they've kind of stepped up in their roles and first taken ownership there. And then they've been way more willing to help one another out. And it's been awesome. Well, and I know this weekend's going to be great. It sounds like, so talk about your schedule this weekend as you go to Ridgefield. We'll be there Friday afternoon for the Emory game. And then who do you have on Saturday, Coach? Saturday we have Pineview and then Panguitch. So some tough games again. It's going to be a tough weekend, but we'd like to come away with some wins from this tournament. Yeah, what is your mindset with the tournament? Obviously you want to win, but are you also talking about with your girls just a big part of this Richfield tournament is to get a look at the competition, as this is a really good preview for state at the end of the month? Yeah, so the only 1A schools in this competition are us and Panguitch, and luckily we get to play them. So for sure a good look at them. But also for me, it's when you play teams that are at a higher level, it shows us where our weaknesses are a little bit and where we can improve. So for me, I love to go and see what our potential can be, and those areas where it's like, you know what, here, we're going to go and we're now going to get better at this skill so that we can beat 2 and 3A teams. Was that the strategy, Coach, of towards the end of the year scheduling not only the Richfield tournament, but then you have North Summit next week as well? Is that what goes into the thinking of scheduling these bigger, tough schools right before state? Is it a preparation thing? Yeah, it's a preparation thing. And honestly, we do it. I mean, we start out the year with the Cokeville tournament, and For me, it's, you could play the RPI game and place yourself better at state. But when it comes to state, the only winner is the state champion, and you've got to be the best volleyball team out there. So we may as well play tough teams.
Absolutely. Do you pay much attention to the RPI week in and week out, or is it just like you just said, where you got to beat the 4 teams down at state regardless, or is it something that you've got an eye on?
Oh, I for sure keep an eye on it. And so right now we're sitting 7th, and I told my girls we want to stay there, so we're not playing first place team on day 1. So the goal is to get some wins so that we stay 7th place. There's some teams above us that have better RPIs that I think we can definitely beat, but they play the RPI game better than we do. I like the tough competition better than I do a high RPI, excuse me.
And you guys have made a good climb. Just a few weeks ago, we were at that 9 and 10 area, and as you just said, we're at 7 right now. Where's Tabiona currently sitting in the RPI?
They're 8. They're sitting at 8. So we are right there neck and neck.
Okay. So once again, for our listeners, as this will be airing before the Tabiona game, a big match with Tabiona for the standings down at state and for those region bragging rights. And we've always had a great, healthy rivalry with Tabiona, and this will be another chapter in a long history with them. And so, Coach, good luck this week. Great job down the stretch here. You've definitely got your girls playing hard and have some good tests coming up. So we wish you the best of luck, and we'll talk to you next week as we recap the Tabiona and Richfield tournament and look ahead to the North Summit game amongst others. So, Coach, good luck, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides safe, effective, high-quality health care. With many specialty services, Bear Lake Memorial serves patients from prenatal to geriatric. When you need imaging services, including mammograms, CT, and other specialized tests, the MRI suite accommodates patients of all sizes. The large windows provide natural light to help patients have an even better scanning experience. For a complete list of services offered, visit us online at blmhospital.com. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
Welcome back. We are here at Rich High School for this much anticipated matchup between the Rich Rebels and the Tabiona Tigers. And Rob, we've got a good one ahead of us tonight. We are just a few minutes away from the tip. Clock showing 4:14, and then I imagine we're going to have some senior night honors going on just before the tip as well.
Looking back on the first matchup between these two teams, Bradley, September 27th, Rich traveled to Tabiona. They lost the first set 23-25, jumped all over the Tigers in the second set 25-13, got the third set 25-21, and then Tabiona came back, got the fourth set by the same score 25-21, went to 5 sets, and I do have 5 stat sheets just in case for tonight. I would not like it to go that far, but in the 5th set, the Rebels came out on top 15-12 for the 5-set victory. This one is going to be a huge matchup. If you want to start talking keys of the game, all you got to do is look down the Tabiona stat sheet, and a powerful senior, Macy Rhodes, number 11, 40 aces, and a sophomore, Reagan Bateman, 37 aces. Sophomore Talia Allred, 35 aces, and junior Peyton Pippi, and freshman Bella. Do you want to pronounce that for me, Bradley, so I don't get that wrong?
Gines.
Thank you. 25 aces as well. When you've got that kind of service power, that's going to be a huge key. Serve, receive. The Rebels are going to need to make sure that ace total does not skyrocket tonight. And you've got multiple attacks. Macy Rhodes, 150 kills. sophomore Cadence Pippi, 131. If you look on the Rebel side, we've only got one player in triple-digit kills. I think we need multiple attacks. It cannot be on Bray Pugmire's shoulders completely to be the only main attack, because Tabiona's too well coached and experienced to know that they can focus on Bray. And the third one, you got to ride the momentum and the excitement of this crowd. The student body section is all decked out, and that energy's got to transition to the floor as well.
Yep, it's going to be a loud one here at Rich High School. And like you said, Rob, this two good teams facing off tonight. It went to 5 last time. I would not be shocked one bit if it does go to 5 again. I would be shocked if one team swept the other. This is going to be an evenly matched battle. Robin, I'm looking at Tabiona's roster. This isn't going to be the only battle between these two teams. Both young sides. You mentioned Macy Rhodes, very good player on the Tabiona side. But if this roster is correct, she is the lone senior, and Rich has 2 seniors. So lots of sophomores on both sides, a few juniors. And Rob, we were talking about it. Radio guys in years past for Rich had a hard time with some of these Tabiona last names. Those days are over. Born and raised in Rich. These are very familiar names. Giles, Gines, Rhodes, Pippi. That's what I love about these small town sports. In fact, I look at Macy Rhodes. She's number 11. She has to be the younger sibling of all those Rhodes boys who also wore 11 in basketball. I'm kind of funny that way, remembering stuff like that. But this is going to be a fun one. I got to catch up with a legend, current basketball coach for Tabiona. Lee Gines is in the house. Got to catch up with him. He's just sitting down from us. Great guy. This is going to be a really fun night.
Well, like I said, hopefully that energy from the crowd is going to be able to feed onto the court and help the Lady Rebels come out with a victory tonight.
And once again, it is senior night for the Rebels. We're going to go to a quick break. This is the Ellingford Brothers pregame show. When we come back, I imagine we are getting really close to tip-off. This is a My Local Radio production, listening in on 98.3 KDQ FM and watching online at mylocalradio.com.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Is pain holding you back from doing the things you love? At Evanston Regional Hospital, our expert physical therapists can help you get back to feeling your best. We offer personalized treatment plans designed to address your specific needs. Whether you're recovering from an injury, managing chronic pain, or simply looking to improve your mobility, don't let pain control your life. Take control of your health and get moving again. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, because your movement matters.
Let's make our schools better by voting for someone with skin in the game. Vote Nicholas Wallentine for District 1 School Board member in the upcoming Rich School District election. Paid for by Nicholas Wallentine.
I'm Hazel Wilson. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 1. I'm Ryan Smoot. I'm a freshman, and I am number 2.
My name is Leah Peterson. I'm going to be a junior, and my number is number 3.
I'm Hazel Scott. I'm a freshman, and my number is 4.
I'm Molly Weston. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I'm number 5.
Hi, I'm Tess.
We'll come back to that starting lineup. We will listen in as the 2 seniors for Rich High School are honored. Cassie Argyle. Let me grab here. I always mix up Cassie and Cassie, and that's an honest mistake. But yes, Cassie Argyle and Brenley Hatch being honored tonight. Our 2 seniors done a great job.
Now Cassie, the son of Colton and Leslie Argyle, and Brenley, the daughter of Russell and Joelle Hatch. And they have, Coach Watson has talked a lot about their leadership on the court as well as seniors. They've been through this program for a lot of years, and that it does pay off when you have that experience.
Yeah, and sometimes it's tough when there's just 2 of you, you know. I know they've had other classmates that have played in the past, but these two have done a great job, like you said, being leaders of this young team in this year that there's been some tough moments, but they are back where they need to be, and we're looking for that 5th straight win tonight.
And they're going to do a little bit of attitude of gratitude as they give some thank yous to some of their coaches.
I'm Hazel Wilson. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 1. I'm Ryan Smoot. I'm a freshman, and I am number 2.
My name is Leah Peterson. I'm going to be a junior, and my number is number 3.
I'm Hazel Scott. I'm a freshman, and my number is 4. I'm Molly Weston. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I'm number 5.
Hi, I'm Tess Cornia. I'm a junior, and I'm number 6.
My name is Brinley Kirk, and I'm a freshman, and I am number 7.
I'm Dale Stringham. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 9.
I'm Tyler Pugmire. I'm going to be a junior, and I'm number 10.
I'm Cassie Argyle. I'm a senior, and I'm number 11.
I'm Jalen Lutz. I'm a sophomore, and I wear number 12.
I'm Chaisley Levitt. I'm a sophomore, and I'm number 13.
My name is Brinley Hatch. I'm a senior, and I'm number 14.
I'm Paige Smith. I'm a junior, and I'm number 15.
I'm Emery Thronock. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 17.
My name is Kara Hoffman. I'm a freshman, and my number is 19.
My name is Lida Taylor. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I wear number 20.
I'm Lexi Rao. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 21.
I'm Braylon Pugmire. I'll be a sophomore, and I'm number 22.
Lacey McKinnon. I'm a sophomore, and my number is 23.
I'm Corey Stacy. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 27.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Is pain holding you back from doing the things you love? At Evanston Regional Hospital, our expert physical therapists can help you get back to feeling your best. We offer personalized treatment plans designed to address your specific needs. Whether you're recovering from an injury, managing chronic pain, or simply looking to improve your mobility, don't let pain control your life. Take control of your health and get moving again. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, because your movement matters.
Let's make our schools better by voting for someone with skin in the game. Vote Nicholas Wallentine for District 1 School Board member in the upcoming Rich School District election. Paid for by Nicholas Wallentine.
I'm Hazel Wilson. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 1. I'm Ryan Smoot. I'm a freshman, and I am number 2.
My name is Leah Peterson. I'm going to be a junior, and my number is number 3.
I'm Hazel Scott. I'm a freshman, and my number is 4. I'm Molly Weston. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I'm number 5.
Hi, I'm Tess Cornia. I'm a junior, and I'm number 6.
My name is Brinley Kirk, and I'm a freshman, and I am number 7.
I'm Dale Stringham. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 9.
I'm Tyler Pugmire. I'm going to be a junior, and I'm number 10.
I'm Cassie Argyle. I'm a senior, and I'm number 11.
I'm Jalen Lutz. I'm a sophomore, and I wear number 12.
I'm Chaisley Levitt. I'm a sophomore, and I'm number 13.
My name is Brinley Hatch. I'm a senior, and I'm number 14.
I'm Paige Smith. I'm a junior, and I'm number 15.
I'm Emery Thronock. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 17.
My name is Kara Hoffman. I'm a freshman, and my number is 19.
My name is Lida Taylor. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I wear number 20.
I'm Lexi Rao. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 21.
I'm Braylon Pugmire. I'll be a sophomore, and I'm number 22.
Lacey McKinnon. I'm a sophomore, and my number is 23.
I'm Corey Stacy. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 27.
Great job done there by another senior cheerleader, Jasmine Ennis, honoring our country with that great rendition. And Rob, we're going to have one correction. We said that Tabiona had one senior, but they in fact have two. So I believe it's number 3, Cheyenne Jensen, correct? It is also
correct.
a senior.
And I thought about throwing that in there, but I didn't know if you knew something I didn't know, Bradley. So
just going off the roster. Someone put her as a freshman. We'd have been real worried by the end of this game, I'm sure.
No. Yeah.
So Rob, once again, we've been talking this one up. I know it's been Principal Calder came and sat with us and said the student body has been all amped up for this game all day. So I think the community has been the same. So it's going to be a fun one.
Yep, and you're going to get a little special senior night treatment right here, right now. As Talon Pace throws out the spotlight.
Number 11, Cassie Argyle. Number 14, Brenley Hatch. Number 6, Tess Cornea. Number 15, Paige Smith. Number 3, Leah Peterson. Number 5, Molly Weston. And number 22, Braylon Pugmire. Ready to go to battle tonight. Want to thank all of our viewers for bearing with us through a longer than usual pregame show with senior night going on, but we are ready to go here. Rob, we're sitting at 8:04. This is going to be a late one. I've done this before, though. It was at Grace earlier this year. I'm just glad that I don't live far away this time.
Well, I'm catching the fat head of Brindley Hatch across there in the hands of Shea Pace.
That's awesome. Yep, we will have a good crowd to work with for our Bear Lake Realty fan cam here down the stretch.
And glad to see Bridget and Tyler Pugmire on the edge of the court as the line judges
back
tonight.
To normal.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to thank them. They have been doing that for a long time. So all of the pieces are in place. Great crowd, 2 great teams, and 2 great line judges for tonight's match.
And I don't know, you may not have been to a lot of volleyball games, Bradley, but the officials that are in the official shirts have been here many times before as well. So
I've been to many volleyball games, but not enough to know that they've been here before. So, yes, this is going to be great. So it looks like we are just getting some final rotations put in here on the Tabiona side. But as I say, looking forward to, even on the opponent's side, being able to say some names that we're familiar with from all these years of playing Tabiona.
Well, it is a great rivalry, and when you know their families from years, I mean, small towns, you're going to get a lot of the same families and siblings and cousins. So that does come into play.
Absolutely.
And it is a good rivalry, and hopefully keeps it clean tonight.
Yep, Westons and Argyles have been playing against the Giles and the Rhodes for a long time. And we will start here with Tabiona serving to the Rebels, and this will be number 13, Peyton Pippi, starting this match off in this first set. And Pippi will serve, going right to left, over to Smith, setting up to Cornea, outside to Pugmire, and that is a great kill. It did go out of bounds, but that was tipped. So that will go in favor of the Rebels, starting off with a bang here.
And you send your senior Brindley Hatch back to serve.
Brindley Hatch with the serve, serving over to the Tabiona side. It'll make it over to the back row of Tabiona. Set up on the outside for Rhodes. That is too much to handle for that front row for the Rebels. That ties it up 1-1. Rob, you joked about that it seems like Macy Rhodes has been here for about 6 years. We've had to deal with her for many years, and she is already true to form here at the beginning of this set. As that serve will go into the net, giving the ball back to the Rebels. Now find themselves up 2-1 very early here in the first set. Pugmire back to serve. Will make it across. Great serve. Not able to be handled by the Tigers. Great serve there by Bray.
Chalks up her 30th ace of the season.
Yep, she has had a great year so far as she gets ready to send it back over to the Tabiona side. Another great serve, this time handled by Tabiona. Sent up front to Rhodes, who tips it over. Pugmire gets it back up in the air to Smith. Over to Peterson. Across again, they're going to set up Rhodes on the outside. That is tipped. Handled in the back by Smith to Cornea. Over to Peterson, right into no man's land. Great heads-up play by Peterson there, bringing the score 4-1 in favor of the Rebels.
Good court vision right there by Leah.
And Rob, I can already tell this student section is going to play a role tonight. They are doing a great job having energy over there as that is served across to Tabiona. Rhodes sends it back right in the middle. That took some effort by the Rebels, and it will go out of bounds. A good ball placement there by Macy.
Not what you typically see on a free ball coming across, but unable to be handled by the Rebels.
Heads-up play, not able to be handled by the Rebels, and number 3, Cheyenne Jensen to serve it across, but that will be into the net. That brings our score 5-2 for the Rebels. And it looks like we have Pugmire, Tyler Pugmire, coming in for Weston to serve. She has been given the go-ahead and will serve left to right over to Tabiona. To the back row, Tabiona. That will just be tipped over by the Tigers. Cornea setting up. Chasley to the outside. A good kill, and will that be handled? It will not. Tabiona tried to get their 3 hits there, and it only made it to 2 and then out of bounds.
We got some updated stats. I guess we were maybe a game or 2 behind last time, so we'll update Chasley's kills here in a minute.
Well, I know it's going to be a good number. She's had a great year as well. Good serve there by Pugmire, but Tabiona does get it back across to Pugmire, to Cornea, to Peterson in the middle, to the libero of Tabiona. They will set up Rhodes to the outside, who tips it over just again. This is going to be a battle tonight between Pugmire and Rhodes. Levitt gets it on the outside, handled by the libero. Over to Rhodes, who gets it across. Great kill, great dig by Pugmire. Over to Levitt. This is turning into a long volley here. Rhodes again to the outside, handled by Pugmire, set up by Cornea to Peterson, kept alive. Out to Rhodes, tipped and put up by Smith to Cornea to Peterson. Tabiona also keeps it alive. Oh, and it is just barely tipped by Rhodes. That was a long volley there, falling in favor of the Rebels, who find themselves up 7-2 here in the first set. Great effort by both sides there, and the Rebels continue to keep the ball on their side. Pugmire sends it over to Rhodes. To Jensen, back to Rhodes, who tips it over, and that will be enough. Just tipped by the Rebels and out of bounds. You can tell that Macy Rhodes has been playing this game a long time.
Yes,
she has a high IQ there at the net. So that will bring our score 7-3 for the Rebels. Rhodes across to Pugmire, up front to Cornea, to Peterson, and that will be too much, out of bounds to the backside of Tabiona, and Rhodes will continue to serve across right to left to the Rebels. 7-4. Rhodes with the jump serve to the back row, to Pugmire, to Cornea, keeps it into the back row to Smith. They'll get it to the outside to Pippi. A good kill there. Well, almost kill there. And Cornea just tips it over. She went like she was going to set up one of the outside hitters and just tipped it outside. A great heads-up play there.
There you go. That's pretty good from a sophomore, huh? Or junior, sorry.
Smith with the serve across to Pippi, getting it up front to the front row. That was number 10, Joy Gines. Cornea to the outside of Hatch, and that'll be into the net. Giving Tabiona a score there to cut the lead to 3. Number 30, Talia Allred, will serve across to the Rebels. Just a sophomore as well, if what I have is correct. Good serve to the back, but handled well by Pugmire to Cornea to Levitt. That is blocked by the front of the Tabiona Tigers. Levitt does keep it alive, gets it across. Ooh, big hit there. Wow, and it is kept alive by the Tigers. Great effort on both sides there. Smith to Cornea to Hatch, and she gets it. Nice touch play there by Hatch, just over the net. Hard one to handle for the Tigers as the Rebels go up 9-5 with Cornea serving across. Pippi had a very strong hit there, but it was well handled by the Rebels. Cornea across, setting up Pippi once again, puts it to the back row to Smith, to Cornea. Chaisley just sets it across there. Tabiona tried to set up Pippi there, and the set was just a little bit too much into the net.
Yep, too close to the net. Get that out of there.
Yep, and the Rebels will go up 10-5 here. Looking to go on a run. It would be huge here for them, entering the double digits. Cornea serves it back to Rhodes. Great effort there by Bella Gines. What happened there? I was looking down at her name.
One of those, I'll take it, I got it, you take it. Both of them thinking the other person was going to grab it.
And seriously, Bella Gines dove right into the stands to keep that one alive. But the Rebels retain possession as Cornea serves it across to Tabiona. Gines to set up Pippi on the outside, and that is in. Strong kill there by Pippi. Let me update my score here as it is 11-6 for the Rebels. Tabiona looking to go on a run here as Gines sets to serve across to the Rebels. Gines sets it across just outside that back corner. Rebels up 12-6 here. Substitute here, our senior Cassie Argyle subbing in for Chaisley Levitt, and she will go back to the service line. Argyle with a great serve just over the net, but the Tabiona Tigers do keep it alive as Pippi puts it across to Smith, to Cornea. Pugmire with a big kill there, right off those middle blockers. We should have gotten a replay on that one. That was a great kill there by Bray. So Argyle looking to have another strong serve across the net as it is 13-6 in favor of the Rebels. Tigers will get that back up in the air. Pippi to send it over to Cornea, back to Smith. She will send it up front to Weston. Sets it over. Gines up front to Pippi, and that is a good kill. 32. Cadence Pippi, she plays strong in the front row there as they have set her up a couple times already.
133 kills on the season.
Yep, expect that to come back to her many times today. Cornea sets it backside to Pugmire, but just too close to the net there, giving the Tigers the point and the ball back. 13-8 in favor of the Lady Rebels here in the first set. Argyle with a good pass up front to Cornea, who will set up Hatch just over the net, tips the front of the net, tips the fingertips of the Tigers. Great play there on senior night for the senior as she will now go back to serve. Hatch with the serve. Gets it across, a short serve. Rhodes handles it well, and it'll be set back to Rhodes, and that will be out of bounds. Things going the Rebels' way here early.
Just too much juice on that one. Didn't quite over the top of it.
Yep, and you got to imagine in this environment, tensions are a little high as everyone gets mellowed down here in the first set. That will be set up for, that was number 44, Macy Hagman. Just a bit too much to the outside as the Rebels continue to have possession as Hatch will serve again left to right to the Tigers. Serves it to the back row. Gines setting up Pippi right there in the middle. That has been killer so far tonight. Does she lead their team in kills?
No, Macy Rhodes has got her by about 20, but
gotcha.
It's almost like it's not a complete kill. She just tips it.
Yep, she places it right there, right off the fingertips of the Rebels. As we are now 16-9, make that 17-9 after a serve in the net for the Rebels. Rebels creeping up to the 20 mark.
Uncharacteristic of the Tigers to have that many unforced service errors.
Yep, the Rebels are locked in as they hope to continue to be as Pugmire serves it across. Number 10, Joy Gines gets it across. Cornea set up Weston on the outside, and that'll be out of bounds. Just outside that back corner as the Rebels do have, the score is showing 18-10. I had 17-10.
I have 17-10. I think that is correct. They're going to fix it here in a second.
Okay. I believe the score is 17-10. Scoreboard is showing 18-10. We'll see if that gets reconciled. Number 3, Shaylin Jensen to serve across. Cornea gets it up to Peterson in the middle. That is right off the fingertips of the Tigers in the front. Great hit there by Peterson. I've still got 18-10, even though our scoreboard is showing 19-10.
And that's what I have in my book as well.
Pugmire just subbed in, and now she will serve to the back row. Tabiona puts it right at the front of the net. Pippi gets it across to Smith, to Corney, to the outside to Chasley. I wondered if we would be in the net there, but we were not. So the Rebels now up 19-10.
She is now at 70 kills on the season.
Pugmire trying to go on a run here as the Rebels are just a few points away, just over the net there. Great tip by Cornea, but that is kept alive by Gines. Outside to Rhodes. That was off our fingertips. Back to Smith. Outside to Chasley. That'll go to the back row. Still handled and kept alive by the Tigers. Gines sends it over to Smith. To Cornea. To the middle to Peterson. That is blocked by that front row and kept alive and tipped over by Chasley. Tabiona keeps it alive but puts it just over the net, setting up Chasley for that big kill to bring us to 20-10 for the Rebels.
And I think the scoreboard here in the gym is now correct.
And we are back to the same 20-10 for the Rebels. Be big here if they could get to that 25 quickly. Rhodes on the outside, good, strong hit as that is off the fingertips of Pugmire. And Rhodes will take it back to serve right to left here. Rhodes with the jump serve. That will make it across to Weston. Up front to Cornea, who tries to tip it over. Jumped a little bit too soon there and lost vertical there, and it will give the Tigers another point, 20-12, as they're trying to cut this lead late in the first set. Rhodes with a good serve across to Pugmire, up to Cornea, outside to Levitt. That will be returned by the Tigers again, and that is on the line. I thought so. Yep, so that will give the Tigers another point here.
Not sure who got that kill from Tabiona.
And, Rob, I want to make note of Tabiona's libero, number 2, Reagan Bateman, doing a great job back there. She's returned a lot of tough hits from our outside. That is served back an ace for Rhodes, as Weston could not handle that one in the back row. The score is now 20-14. If you're the Rebels, you got to get going here as the Tigers are clawing back here.
She leads her team with aces. That's 41.
She will go to Weston again, who handles it this time. Up to Cornea, to Levitt. And that will not be returned by the Tigers. Big hit there by Levitt. Good job by Weston handling that serve this time. Up to Cornea and outside to Levitt.
We talked about in the pregame show that serve receive is going to be big tonight.
As we just saw, as Smith serves it across to Bateman. And that will be into the net for the Rebels, who now go up 22-14. Yep, Rob, I've always thought about it. If you're the back row, trying to make that pass and it's a good serve, it's a big mental thing to have it come right back to you on the next serve. The Tigers set up Pippi to the outside. Passed up front again. Hatch. Wow, great play there by Gines to keep it alive. Hatch sets it up to Cornea. Outside to Levitt. Big block there between, I think, both Gineses. Joy Gines and Bella Gines, both on the block there. As the Tigers will get the ball back, and it'll be Talia Allred serving across to the Rebels. And she does so, gets across to Weston, passes up to Cornea, back to Weston from the back row, sending it over to the Tigers. Giants to set up Pippi. There you go, Rob. She does tips it again, but Weston keeps it alive across as they get it to Pippi to the outside, and that will be out. Tigers hoping for a tip there, but it was not to be, as it is now 23-15 as I update my score there. Cornea trying to get these last.
Oh, wait a minute. They're going to say it was tipped.
I knew it was close, so we're going to go back 22-16 for the Rebels. That is served back to Weston, who gets it just up front to Cornea with a great heads-up play to tip it over. Now it is 23-16 for the Rebels. Great job there by Cornea. I mean, that was a pass right up by the net, and she tips it just over to no man's land on the Tiger side. And Cornea will serve it across. Back to Pippi. Up front to Gines and back to Pippi again, who will just set it over. Hatch handles it well to Smith. Levitt passes it back over. Gines to Pippi once again. She's tough. Back to Smith, but we were not able to handle that one.
It's not your typical spike. It's
Well, and it's quick. Gines sets it up quick, and Pippi immediately hits it back down. Gines will go back. Bella Gines will go back to serve right to left for the Tigers. Gets it over to Weston. Set up to Cornea, to Hatch in the middle. Gines keeps it up. Outside to Pippi. Oh, great block by Levitt there. So, I think Levitt's foot did cross the line under the net there. So that will bring us to 23-18, I apologize. 23-18. Gines just over the net. Good serve there. Cornea sets up Hatch. Tabiona will keep it alive as they get it outside to Pippi. Blocked by the Rebels. Will it be kept alive? It will not. 23-19, Rob. The Rebels need to get these last 2 points as Tabiona is coming. Bella back to serve again, right to left for the Tigers. That will be over to Smith. Cornea setting up Pugmire on the outside. Tips it over to Rhodes, to Gines, to Pippi on the outside, and I believe that was tipped. Yep, it was tipped on her outside. We have a 3-point game here in the first set. So far, this match has been as good as advertised.
Paige Smith is trying to tie her shoe, and she's got to make a bunny.
That's right. Can't have that come undone again. Bella Gines still back to serve. Right to left to the Rebels. She gets it over to Weston. Good pass up front to Cornea, who sets up Pugmire. Wow, what a hit by Pugmire.
We'll save that for later.
Yeah. At the break, we will show that again. That was a great pass, great set right at the net, and bam, that was a great kill by Pugmire as Cassie Argyle comes in to serve here as it is. Set point here, just over the net. Great serve there. Gines to Pippi. I swear that is like a 98% success rate so far. So 24-21 as Peyton Pippi will be back to serve for Tabiona, trying to keep this one alive for the Tigers as it is 24-21 in favor of the Rebels. Pippi serves across to Argyle, up to Cornea. Pugmire will put it across, kept alive by Pippi, to Gines, to Rhodes, over to Smith. Cornea will set up, Hatch in the middle, kept alive, but in the net. That is set point for the Rebels. And that is a big one as the Rebels take the first set here at Rich High School. We'll be back after this. This is a Station on Main production of Rich High Lady Rebel Volleyball, and you are listening on 98.3 KDQFM and watching online at mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
We are back here, and we're going to go to that replay, Rob, and we were just talking, that may be the play of the first set. As you watch here, it started with a great pass from Weston up front to Cornea right at the net. She sets up Bray. Big hit there. That is a tough one to return if you're a Tabiona Tiger on that one. So, Rob, any other highlights or comments about that first set?
Here's your quick summary. Rebels have 15 kills. The Tabionas 12, an ace apiece, and 7 unforced errors on the Rebel side, 6 on the Tiger side. But this is probably the stat that stands out to me, Bradley, in that first set. 0 service errors from the Rebels, but 4 for the Tigers, and that when you win 25-21,
yep,
those are 4 free points that the Tigers gave up, which is not characteristic of them.
Yep, it's just like in basketball. You know, you look at the turnover ratio there, and if it's a close game, you immediately look, well, how many turnovers did each side have? So, and great job by the Lady Rebels, as that has been a thing that has been a challenge all season long, are those service errors. And for them to be playing a team at the caliber of Tabiona on a night like this, to not have any service errors, pretty big deal, and a great job to the Lady Rebels. Now if we now turn to this second set as everything resets, if you're Tabiona, very much alive still, and this is a big set because the Rebels either going up 2-0 with all the momentum, or if you're Tabiona, evening it up, and anything can happen. Kind of like the Dodgers making it so the Padres have to go back to L.A. for that final game. I'm not bitter or anything, but yeah.
Well, Tigers gave it up 5-4, and they get to go back to Cleveland to see what they can do there.
Yeah, see, it's this resetting of games back at 0, whether it's a whole new game or a new set in volleyball. It is a mental battle for sure. So as the Rebels, it looks like we are just confirming rotations here as we get started. If you're just tuning in, Rebels take set 1, 25-21. As Hatch will get us going here, serving from left to right. Number 44 coming in late, Macy Hagman for the Tigers. So Hatch to serve. Gets it across. Giants sets up Rhodes to the outside, and a strong kill. Tigers will get the first point of this second set. You can see that Rhodes is dialed in. She's been doing this a while.
Her 5th kill of the match, if my stats are correct, which I would not trust completely.
Reagan Bateman back to serve, and she does get it across to Weston, to Cornea. Outside to Pugmire, and she has a great kill to even this one up, 1-1.
That is her 5th.
So we do have a great battle at the outsides today on both sides as Pugmire looks to serve across left to right, and there will be too much on that one.
And there's your first unforced error from the service line for the Rebels.
I can't believe it took this long to get there. That is a positive thing going into state here in just a couple weeks. And just a reminder, both these teams, the Rebels ranked 7th, the Tigers ranked 8th in the RPI, so both have their sights set at a very we could see this matchup again first round of state, just a note there. So the Rebels did score a point there, locking it up 2-2 as Pugmire does come in to serve. She gets it across, back to Pippi. Oh, and there was a miscommunication there as they were setting something up there. Communication is huge in volleyball.
It is. Both of them think the other one's going for it, and they back away, and it drops to the floor.
Pugmire will serve again to the Tigers. She gets it across to Pippi, who sets it up to Jensen, over to Rhodes. Pugmire in the back row, up front to Cornea, to Peterson. Blocked by the Tigers, but kept alive by the Rebels as Smith gets it across. Giants to set. Giants sets it up to Pippi, who keeps it alive, but they are going to call her in the net there. We are now at 4-2 for the Tigers.
I didn't see a number in the net, but maybe 10.
That was, that was Joy Giants in the net there. Pugmire serves it across to Rhodes. They set up Giants in the middle. Back to Pugmire, up front to Cornea. Levitt to the outside, and that is in. That was very close. Great kill there by Levitt.
Her 5th of the match. Watch the spin on this serve, Bradley. Last time, this thing was, the rotation on it was deadly.
And once again, great serve again. Setting up Giants in the middle, and there'll be too much on that one as the Rebels go up 6-2 here. It looks like we're getting a
timeout. Yep.
Timeout by the Tigers. We'll take a break as well. Station on Main is sponsoring this Lady Rebel volleyball game. You are listening online. You are listening on the radio at 98.3 KDQ FM and watching online, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We are back here as the Rebels lead 6-2. Tabiona calling a timeout to make some adjustments here as the Rebels will continue to serve to the Tigers. Rhodes, good pass up front. She will get it back here on the outside. She sets it across to Pugmire, to Cornea, to Peterson. Great hit back to Bateman in that back row, giving the Rebels another score here as they find themselves up 7-2 here in the second set. Rob, the Rebels have been able to start strong in both sets, and you got to do it on nights like these. Jensen sets up Rhodes, but that is in the net. Rebels go up 8-3 as Pugmire continues to go back to that service line.
She is camping out there.
And that's what we certainly need here tonight. Get as big of a lead as possible.
Ouch.
This one will be in the net by Pugmire. Tigers will get the ball back, and it will be Rhodes going back to that service line, looking to make a run here as it is 8-3 for the Rebels. Rhodes with a serve that just doesn't clear the net, so the Rebels will get it back, now leading 9-3.
Returns the unforced service error back to the Rebels.
And it will be Smith serving across. Rhodes keeps it alive. Over to Pippi, to Smith, to Cornea, to Hatch, but that will be blocked. Good combination block there between Pippi and Gines. They've done a good job right there. A lot of our hits right there in the front row have been met by those middle blockers. Tabiona to serve across. Great pass by Smith, keeping that alive. It is set up for Levitt on the outside, but too much there. Great effort by Smith, nonetheless, to try and keep that one alive.
Great dig on the serve.
So Talia Allred will serve across to the Rebels again. Weston sets it up to Corney in the front. Outside to Chaseley, and this time it is out again. Out again. So, and I need to update our score here. It's actually 9-6. 9-6 for the Rebels. Back to Smith. Cornea to set up Hatch. Handled by the Tigers. Set up for Pippi on the outside. That is blocked by the Rebels. Kept alive by Pugmire. And sent across to Hatch. Back to Rhodes. And Pippi will try to keep it in, and it is just out. Rebels will go up 10-6.
Last set it was 10-5, Bradley, so just about as close as set number one.
Yep, this is a very similar set here as Corney will put it into the net. We have just a 3-point margin here between teams. And Gines, I believe, Gines will go back to serve to the Rebels. They are just chipping away at this Rebel lead here as the Rebels want to continue moving forward. That is an ace by Gines. Could not be worse timing for the Rebels, but couldn't be better for the Tigers as they are clawing back into this one. So Gines once again will serve across to the Rebels.
Her 26th ace of the season.
Looking for another one here, and she'll put it back to Weston. Keeps it alive to Cornea, who sets up Pugmire on the outside, just over the net. She has been great tonight as it is now 11-8 for the Rebels. There was a little bit of chaos between pass, set, and setting up, and Pugmire handles that one well. So we now have Cassie Argyle in to serve. She gets it across. Rhodes keeps it alive outside to Pippi, who sets it across court to Cornea. To Pugmire again on the outside, who just sets it up. Rhodes putting it into the front to Pippi again to the outside. To Smith, to Cornea, outside to Pugmire. Can she do it again? And she does not. It goes out of bounds. Tough love by her dad there, the line judge.
I think that one actually, I think the judge at the net had just as good a view as anybody on that one.
It's Pippi to serve across to Argyle. That will be right at the net, too close to the net. Tabiona cutting this one just to 1 now here in the second set. This is as good of a Tabiona Tiger volleyball team as I've seen in a while. A lot of good athletes on that side of the net. Cornea sets up Weston on the outside. That'll get blocked by the Tigers. Kept alive. Cornea sets up Weston again, who puts it across to Rhodes. Set up by Gines to Pippi. Man, there it is again. And I will say it again, if you're a Tabiona, you got to set that one up as much as possible. Pippi is having a great night, being set up by Giants right at the middle spot of the net there. Pippi will serve across to Argyle. Cornea keeps that one alive, and another miscommunication there on the back row as Tabiona takes the lead here, 12-11. We're going to go to break here. We have got a dogfight. This is a My Local Radio production. Listening in on 98.3 KDQ FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
We are back here, Tabiona with the 1-point lead. I was not keeping track. What kind of run did they go on, Rob?
Well, it was 11 to 8. So we're on a 4-0 run right now.
A tight one here at Rich High School as Pippi serves across to Smith, up front to Cornea, setting up Weston on the outside. A combination of Tabiona blockers and the net stopping that one as the Tigers have their biggest lead of the night, up 13-11. Pippi again, good strong serve, and that is in. That was one of the better serves we've seen tonight. That was just over the net, just over the head of the back row, and kept in play.
Her second ace of the match.
So Pippi back to serve once again, right to left. This
and
time
there's the broadcaster jinx on her.
Yep, sorry about that, Peyton. I jinxed you on that one. She did have a good run there as the Tigers are up to 14-12 as Hatch looking to serve and get a lead back for the Rebels. She puts it just across, kept alive by the Tigers, outside to Rhodes, who will put it back to Hatch. Cornea setting up Pugmire on the outside, who will just have to tip it over. Here we go again. Pippi just outside there. That will bring the score 14-13 in favor of the Tigers as Hatch back to the service line once again, serving left to right. Good serve there by Hatch to the outside for the Tigers. That was a good strong hit there by Hagman. And Rob, once again, if this roster is correct, which I know that there was one mistake on there early on, but a lot of these plays being made by sophomores and even freshmen. So this is going to be a fun matchup for years to come. Good serve, but a good dig there by Weston. Kept it alive. Pugmire to the outside. Peterson trying to kill it, but it was good dig there by Gines. Across for Rhodes and the Rebels. Keep it alive. Just tipped over by Pugmire. Gines wanting to set up Hagman again, and it is out. Tabiona looking for a tip there, but it was out of bounds there. Kept alive by the Rebels as now we are... Sorry, I'm just getting way too into it. I don't update the score as much as I should. 15-14 for the Tigers. Giants sets up Rhodes on the outside. Blocked by Peterson. Giants setting up Pippi. And this time that is successful. And excuse me, that was Joy Giants with the hit there. Right into no man's land for the Tigers, bringing the score 16-14. Rob, we were not at the game at Tabiona. We were actually in Montpelier at the Bear Lake football game that night, so we didn't see it, but we can understand now why that one went to 5. So that was served by Jensen, but it does go out of the bounds. Rebels will cut this one to a 1-point lead for the Tigers as Weston comes out and Pugmire in. She's had a good day of serving.
Yep.
Let's see if we can continue it here. Pugmire gets it across to Pippi. Over to Rhodes. Too much there. We're knotted up at 16.
The spin on this serve, it changes. Sometimes it's just spinning out of control. Other time it's a knuckleball.
Yeah. Pugmire gets it across, and it is in. I thought that was going out as well, but it dropped. We're talking about curveballs, knuckleballs. That was a sinker right there.
It died right on the line.
It must be October baseball in the mind.
There's the spinner.
Pugmire puts it across. They are setting up Rhodes on the outside. Pugmire keeps it alive to Cornea, to Peterson in the middle. Good, strong block there by Rhodes and Gines there in the middle. So Tabiona will take it back. 17s here late in the second set. This is a fun one. As you got to imagine, one of the captains of the team, Rhodes, serving it across to the Rebels. Weston keeps it alive, sets up Cornea, backside to Peterson. Good tip there. Wow, almost kept alive. Great play there by Leah Peterson as she was off balance getting that across the net.
Yeah, the tip was not quite where she needed it, but she's still able to come through with the point.
Smith serves it across. Set up for Pippi on the outside. Good strong hit. Tipped by the Rebels. Cornea sets up Levitt on the outside. That was on the line. So that will be in favor of the Rebels, 19-17.
Chasla gets 6 kill on the night.
Cornea will serve, Smith will serve across, and that is out. Bringing the score 19-18 for the Rebels, just trying to hang on and get to that 25th point here late in the second set. Number 30, Talia Allred, will be back to serve for the Tigers. Good strong serve across to Weston, to Cornea, setting up Hatch in the middle. Levitt keeps it alive, back to Cornea, back to Levitt. Wow, what a block by Tabiona, but the Rebels keep it alive. Hatch sends it across. Pippi from the middle sets up Cornea to the outside to Levitt. Blocked again by the Tigers, but this time out of bounds. That was a battle at the net.
Should have got a replay on that one. Holy cow.
And we have a timeout here by Tabiona. It is 20-18 for the Rebels. Rob, we will just stay right here. Definitely, we saw a show right there just in that last serve.
The energy level that's out there, every ball seems like life or death.
It really does. There is not one player out there taking a play off. It is a battle here. As I say, the Rebels find themselves up 20-18. As you see here, the student body, they are excited. Football players out here in full swing as they are 24 hours away from a big one tomorrow night at South Sevier down in Monroe. And our Lady Rebels, they'll be playing even sooner.
Yep.
Down in Richfield, playing Emory in the Richfield tournament. And we will be there broadcasting that here on My Local Radio. Both teams out of the timeout as Cornea serving from left to right for the Rebels. She floats it across to Gines, to Pippi, who just, and that is in, correct? Yep,
yes.
That is in.
I would keep feeding her as well. That's her 7th kill.
Yeah, I'm becoming a big fan of Cadence Pippi. She has had a great match so far. As
I've got her as a sophomore.
As Bella Gines set to serve across right to left, just in the net there.
That is going to be another stat that's going to come back to haunt them.
Bella Gines, she's played a big role at that setter position. She is listed as a freshman. I got to confirm all these. It kind of makes me excited for future matches between these two. Giants to set up Pippi in the middle. This time a great dig there by Argyle. She knew right where it was going. Set up for Pippi again, and this time not able to get there in time. 1 point match set, here late in the second set, 21-20 for the Rebels as Pippi serves across. Good pass by Argyle up front to Cornea, who sets up Pugmire on the outside. Great kill.
Whoa.
Big kill.
We'll come back to that one.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one. Bray coming up big tonight on the outside as she has had just some powerful hits.
That's her 8th kill of the match.
Coach Wasden showing some emotion there, and I love to see that. She wants this one big time as the Rebels are up 22-20. Hatch serves it across. Gines to set up Rhodes on the outside, too close to the net. That is a big play for Rich as they now go up 23-20. if Tabiona is going to stay in this set, it's got to be on this serve right here. Hatch serving from left to right. Rhodes gets it up to Gines. In the middle to Pippi. And what do you know? Another great hit there by Pippi.
But that one was a different approach. That was more your typical spike kill.
Yep.
Not the tip that we've seen. But she saw an opening on that right-hand side and went for it.
Bateman now to serve across to the Rebels. Rich up 23-21. Weston sets up Cornea, who sets up Peterson. Giants keeps it alive. Almost gets it across. They tried for a hustle play there to keep it alive. And the Rebels find themselves huge serve here, as this will close out set number 2 and give the Rebels a 2-0 lead. Out of bounds there. I'm sure the emotions were high back there for Bray.
So five unforced service errors on the Rebel side, 5 on the Tiger side in this second set.
So Kayla Gines just checked in. I don't know if we've seen her much tonight, but she's coming in to serve, and she does across to Weston. Cornea to set up Peterson in the middle, tipped by the Tigers. Gines set up to Rhodes, who puts it across to Pugmire, to Cornea, to Peterson, and into the net. The Tigers not going down quietly.
No.
As Gines will go back to serve once again, 24-23 for the Rebels. You can cut the tension here with a knife. Weston to Cornea, over to Weston again. That is just tipped by the Tigers, but I believe that was
I didn't see what the call was,
I believe
Bradley.
it was in the net by the Tigers. That is a huge call. Now, excuse to our viewers, I believe that wasn't in the net. If one of you gurus saw something else,
what
I'm
happened?
Not sure.
Okay. Our nice fans next to us say it was a in the net call.
That's what we're finding there. So, the Rebels, a huge set number 2 win there. We're going to go to break. This is a station on main scoreboard. Listening on 98.3 KDQ FM and watching online at mylocalradio.com.
Supporting local schools, Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company, know when it comes to buying and selling cattle, you count on the best. Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. 208-339-0614. That's 208-339-0614.
Hey, it's Hunter here with Les Schwab. Just want to let you know we have America's Best Tire Warranty. It's now available at all Les Schwab Tire Centers. It includes our no-hassle road hazard protection, free tire maintenance, and a 60-day ride satisfaction guarantee included for free. Come visit us at Les Schwab Tire Centers today at 157 Bear River Drive in Evanston.
Reach a dedicated hometown, regional, and worldwide audience. Dive into the action with My Local Rodeo. Our high school rodeo broadcasts are the heart of the community, drawing families and fans who love to support local businesses. From prime advertising spots to exclusive sponsorships, your businesses can shine in the spotlight. Don't miss out. Contact us today and saddle up for an unbeatable advertising opportunity. My Local Rodeo, where your business becomes part of the excitement.
And now a message from the experts at Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome to Water's Edge, right downtown Garden City. Beachfront condos, close to the beach, close to downtown for your renters and the owners.
We're back here. Let's get a look at our home crowd here, as they have been very supportive and good tonight on senior night. And this is brought to you by Gary McKee and Bear Lake Realty. If you are looking for a place in the Bear Lake area, Gary has a great knowledge of the market, of the area, both on the Utah and Idaho side. Give him a call, 435-946-8888, to get yourself a place in Bear Lake. And we are now back here ready to start the third set as we reset our score here.
See if you can sneak in that replay real quick, Bradley.
Yeah, we had a great play there, again by Bray Pugmire, getting set up. Again, this is a replay. And it was 21-20 at this time, Rob. Set up very nicely by Cornea on the outside, and just a great kill. Tough to return there. She's having a great night here. So we are going to start. We are back here. All zeros, beginning of the third set. Pippi gets it across to Argyle, sends it right back to Pippi. Giants is set up. That is a new thing they've done there, faking it to Pippi, but Rhodes from the outside hitting. Rebels heads up play there to block it. Pippi puts it across to Smith. Cornea backside to Pugmire, and she gets it done again.
I am here with Coach Wasden again in our pregame coaches show. And Coach, we have.
So that will make it 1-0 for the Rebels. Hatch serves it across. Rhodes to Pippi, who gets it across to Hatch. To Cornea, again to Pugmire on the outside. Great effort there by Giants to keep it alive. Rhodes sets it across to Hatch, cross court. Cornea sets up Pugmire right back down the line to Rhodes, who gets it back. Big block by Peterson. That is almost into the net, but out of bounds. Great block there by Peterson. Rhodes had a tough hit there, and Peterson puts it right back onto the other side. Rebels now up 2-0, trying to close this one out in 3. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, we did not expect a sweep.
So Hatch serves it across to Rhodes. Gines sets up. That was Hagman hitting it over. Now Pugmire sets it back over to Gines, to Pippi, to Rhodes to the outside. Blocked again by Peterson and hit by Peterson. She has come alive here in the third set. She had a great block, was put back to her. She gets a kill that's not handled.
Her fourth kill of this match.
She's got a big smile on her face, which she should. That is a good highlight for her. Hatch puts it across. The outside to Rhodes. Was that tipped? It was tipped. Yes, it was. So that will give Rhodes with a very tough hit on the outside. Tipped by the Rebels, went out of bounds. The Tigers do get on the board here with Bateman serving across to the Rebels. And that is just into the net there on the top of the net. So, Rob, this is starting out like everyone has. The Rebels getting a bit of a lead. But we know that these Lady Tigers don't go down easy, so the Rebels have to keep the momentum going. Pugmire, great serve, but that is handled by Pippi to Gines. Scrappiness going on both sides. Oh, Pippi just got in the way of Bateman there, who's trying to get that third hit. As it does benefit the Rebels as they go up 5-1. Pugmire serving left to right for the Rebels.
Ooh.
Into the net on that one. About took Peterson's head off. That one had some velocity behind it. And we can't be doing that. We need Peterson. She's been tough here down the stretch. So Giants will serve right to left here for the Tigers. She gets it across to Argyle. Cornea setting up Peterson. What do we got here? Is it?
Somebody's in the net, and it's going to be Gines, number 10.
Peterson, another great play there, giving the Rebels another point, 6-2.
I don't know in the stat sheet if that takes away the kill from Leah or not.
Not sure.
I need Cindy Stewart. Where's Cindy when I need her?
Whistles are a bit of a buzzkill after the play because everyone is waiting to see what it is. Good serve there by Pugmire. Rhodes is set up to the outside with her left hand, gets it over. Good athletic play there by Macy. Getting to 3 for the Tigers, 6-3 for the Rebels.
Her 6th kill of the match as Tess Cornea could not handle that one.
So Rhodes will serve across to the Rebels, which she does. Back to Pugmire, to Cornea, to Levitt. Handled well by the Tigers as Pippi puts it back over. Levitt keeps it alive. Peterson tries to tip it over, but that will be given back to the Tigers, who now are just down 2 here in the third set. Rhodes gets it across to Pugmire. Cornea sets up Peterson on the outside. That is tipped, kept alive by the Tigers. Pippi from the outside. Wow, that was a tough hit. That had some velocity on it. We'll get a replay of that for you Tabiona viewers. Pippi got in the air on that. I knew as soon as she took flight that was going to be a tough one.
That was going down.
Yep. So Rhodes here to serve again as it is 6-5 for the Rebels. Weston keeping that alive outside to Levitt, who also has a great kill there. Great hit there by Levitt.
Her 8th kill of the match.
So that would bring the score 7-5 for the Rebels. Smith to serve across. That is into the net. I'm going to quickly go to that replay. Pippi had a good, strong hit there, as you'll see. Like I said, as soon as she took flight here, you knew we were in trouble. They set it up for her. Good set right at the net. Bam. Okay, we are back, getting back to our camera here. I apologize. Tigers keep it alive. Pippi puts it across to Smith. Set up by Corney onto the outside of Levitt. And that is out. Hoping for the tip there, but it was not.
Tied up at 7.
7-7 for nobody. This is a tied game now. Giants gets it across to Pugmire. Hatch puts it across court. Great heads-up play there by the senior on senior night. 8-7 for the Rebels.
Her 4th kill of the match, and that was perfect court vision.
Yep, it came at a good time, breaking that lead. Corney gets it across to, that is in, yep. So that got across to Rhodes. Pippi puts it in the back row just before the line. I don't even think it was on the line. It was
right in the corner.
Yep. So the Tigers will now serve. Giants serving across to the Rebels. She gets it across to Weston. Cornea setting up Levitt on the outside. Partially blocked, but then directly to the ground.
Kill number 9 for Chasley, the sophomore.
The Rebels up front girls have done great tonight between Peterson, Pugmire, Levitt. They've doing a great job. That one does go in the net. Tying us up again at 9.
Service unforced errors.
Pippi serves it across to Argyle. Up front to Cornea, who sets up Pugmire. Blocked by the Tigers, but it does fall out of bounds. That brings our score 10-9.
And speaking of 10, that is double-digit kills for Bray Pugmire tonight.
Yep. She's had a great night as Hatch back to serve across to the Tigers. She does get it across. Pippi keeps it alive up to Gines, outside to Rhodes. Good block there. She does keep it alive. Wow. Good block by the Rebels, but even better way to keep it alive by the Tigers. Wow, Pugmire sets it over into that back corner. That was a good series there as the Rebels walk away with the point, 11-9.
Fantastic scramble by the Tigers to keep that ball alive.
Yes, I thought that one was dead in the water, and they kept it alive. Hatch serves it across to Rhodes. Peterson puts it over to Pippi, set up for Rhodes on the outside. Great block there by Peterson. Giants sets up Pippi, who just tips it across. Hatch tries to return it there. She was in the right spot, but just outside.
Speaking of double digits, that is number 10 in my book for Cadence Pippi.
And I believe that. She's had a great night as she goes back to the service line. Heads up play there by Hatch to be where she was supposed to be, but just out of bounds. Pippi serves it, and that is just out of bounds. She's hanging her head a little bit, but she should not be doing that tonight. She has kept the Tigers in this all night long. But the Rebels are now up 12-10 as Pugmire heads back to the service line, serves it across.
That is going to be considered an ace.
I thought that was kept alive, but I guess it did hit the floor. Rebels now up 13-10. Big play there.
Bray's second ace of the evening.
Bray looking for another one. She puts it to Rhodes. Giants going back. That was back to Hagman. Rebels sending it back with Peterson. Rhodes to Giants, outside to Rhodes. That is blocked by Peterson, but out of bounds. So Kayla Gines subbing in to serve here, number 35, back to the service line as she finds her team down just 2 here in the third set. Back to Weston. Cornea setting up Weston on the outside, and that will not be handled. Big hit there by Weston into the back row of the Tigers to put the Rebels up 3 as number 3, Cheyenne Jensen, does return to the game.
And Tyler Pugmire comes in for Molly, who just got her second kill, and she has done damage from the service line tonight.
Tyler looking to keep her streak alive of great serves, and that is a good one. Back to Pippi. They set up Gines right there at the front of the net, but it was just too much, goes out of bounds. Rebels just 10 points away from sweeping the Tigers and having a huge win here at home on senior night. Pugmire serves it back to Pippi off her fingertips. A long run would be great here for Pugmire.
Got a timeout.
That was a big run right there for the Rebels as they are now up 5 with just a 9 points to go to close this thing out. We're going to go to a quick break. This is the Station on Main production of Rich High Lady Volleyball.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
We welcome you back. For all of our listeners out there, Rich High and Tabiona High alike, as I've never seen that happen before. We came out with too many on our side as Weston tried to get off in time.
And a rotation violation.
So that will give Tabiona a point. 16-12 now, and getting the ball back.
That's how to kill a run.
With Rhodes serving. The Rebels hope that doesn't have a big impact on this. Pugmire puts it up to Cornea, outside to Peterson. Great placement by Peterson. She's had a great night, Rob.
She has her 5th kill of the match, 2nd in this set.
17-12 for the Rebels as Paige Smith goes back to serve. She gets it across to Rhodes. Over to Jensen. Gets it over to Weston. Cornea outside to Levitt, and that is right off the hands of Rhodes, out of bounds. Rebels creeping up to that 20 mark, and will just be 5 away once they get there.
We talked about you needed more than one attacker, and that is 10 kills for Chaisley Levitt.
Smith back to Pippi, now go out of bounds. Tigers trying to regroup here as the Rebels are surging forward, trying to close this one out in 3. Smith, good serve just across. That was a good dig by Pippi, but the second hit was not returned as the Rebels find themselves 20-12. They have all the momentum right now.
Yeah, this set was tight at 9, Bradley.
And it was a back and forth battle up to that point as Smith serves it across again to Bateman. It'll be put over by Gines. Weston puts it up to Cornea to Smith. Wow, to the back row. Smith puts it just over the heads of the back row.
Sometimes when things are going well, they keep going well.
And Rob, I'll say these Rich High Lady Rebels have dealt with a lot of adversity this year in their games, and it seems like they have really gotten their chemistry going here late in the season. Pugmire puts it up to Cornea, who sets up Levitt on the outside, and that will not be returned. 22-12. Rebels are up 10 here in the third set, looking to close it out. Just 3 points away from doing so. Smith sets it up to Bateman, who puts it up front to Jensen. Right at the net, and that is just tipped by the setter, Cornea, who she herself is shocked. But a great play.
I think she's matched her season high of kills just tonight.
This is a win by committee for the Rebels. Everyone doing their part as they are 2 points away from winning this thing. Jensen just tips it over. Heads up play by Hatch, I believe. She gets it to Pugmire. Sends it over to Rhodes, to Jensen, to Pippi. Sets up Smith. Cornea sets up Levitt. The Tigers keeping this alive as Gines just tips it over. So a good heads-up play by the Tigers to keep this alive as Gines tipped it cross court where there was no one to be found. And at number 30, Talia Allred will now serve to the Rebels, to Pugmire, to Cornea. Levitt looking to get another point on the board. Good dig there by Allred. Pippi will put it across but into the net.
And match point is
this
right
is
here.
Match point. This is a big one as Cornea, who's had a great night, is serving across. And she does so to Allred, to Gines, to Pippi, and that is out of bounds. No tip. That is match. A great outing by the Rebels. A big win on this Thursday night, Rob. As I said before, the start of the season, these girls had to really dig deep, learn chemistry, brand new team with everyone either in new positions or playing varsity for the first time, and they are clicking at the absolute right time.
Yeah, Paige Smith was really the only one that had much varsity experience. They came in very experienced. Good time to be on a roll.
And this sets up the Rebels for a very competitive weekend as they go down to Richfield, where there will only be two 1A schools, Rich and Panguitch. Everyone else is 2A and 3A that will be there as we do take on a 2A school tomorrow afternoon in Emory, who I imagine will be a very competitive team. But we're going to relish this one right now as the Lady Rebels being cheered on, being given a tunnel by this excellent student section tonight, retro night, making a tunnel. Great way to have a senior night if you are Hatch or Argyle. This is a great way to have a senior night, beating a rival in your region, a very competitive rival at that. And Rob, as I said, the way the bracket's set up and the way the RPI is beginning to form, we may see this matchup again down at State. So we're going to go to break here. Once again, the Rebels sweep the Tigers. Not something we completely expected based off of how the game went out at Tabiona, but we are going to go to break here and come back and tell you how that happened. Very proud of our girls tonight. This is a Station on Main production of Rich High Rebel Volleyball. Listening in on 98.3 KDQ FM and watching online at mylocalradio.com.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
We are back. As we wrap this one up, Rob's going to try to find either Brenly or Cassie to get a live interview following this exciting matchup on senior night. And let me just talk a little bit about as we have our Jimmy John's freaky fast recap. I'm not as good at getting into the nitty-gritty of the exact stats like Rob is, but each match, each set was very similar. A battle to start with, exchanging back and forth, but the Rebels, especially in that third set, able to pull away. We saw some real maturity there from this young team that is continuing to grow more and more as the season goes on. And if you're Coach Wasden, as I said at the end of the match there, you have to be super excited with how things are looking. It's been a growing period and season for this team, but I feel like they have arrived.
What am I doing?
And we have got
Okay.
Cassie. How you doing?
I'm good.
We wanted to, with it being senior night and a huge win, we wanted to do a live interview with you. Walk us through that third set and how we pulled away there, because the first and second set, very close most of the time. That third set, we got up by 10 at one point. Walk me through what changed there for you guys mentally in that third set.
I just think that after the first and second set, winning those, we just had a lot of confidence going into it, and Coach just said, start running, Rebels, and we did.
You certainly did. And Cassie, talk about this season. You know, it was a tough start. I'm sure that was tough for you as a senior to try and get things going with everyone in new positions, a lot of underclassmen now playing. What's happened to help you guys now in your fifth straight, right before state? Like, the timing couldn't be better. What do you think's going on during the week that's helped you guys?
It was definitely a little rocky at first. We changed positions about every other week, but now I think we have everything kind of set in place, and we can kind of focus on our one position and get really good at it. And in practice, we're doing a lot of work more focused on our certain position, and I think that's helped us a lot, and just a lot of really good competition in practice with the JV.
That's a great point. We do have a great JV team, but you brought up a great point, Cassie, in saying that it seems like you guys have found your flow. There's a ton of consistency now with your positions and rotations and subs. How are we feeling about the Richfield tournament this weekend, where it sounds like we get Panguitch on Saturday?
I'm really excited about it. I think we're like the only 1A schools going, and so we'll have some really good competition and practice before state. And we're really excited to play Panguitch and just see what they do and how they play, and see if we're going to be able to beat them at state.
Yep, Cassie, you were one of the few that played in that state championship game last year against Panguitch, and I'm sure you are hungry to get them, and you have a great chance this Saturday to see them and get ready for state. But Cassie, great job, and we will be there tomorrow calling your guys' game against Emory, so good luck.
All right, thank you.
That was Cassie Argyle, a senior, ecstatic with the win tonight on senior night. Nonetheless, a big one here at Rich High School. Rob, I gave us a bit of a freaky fast recap, so we are going to move on to our D. McKay Frankum precision play of the game. There were some awesome ones tonight. What's one that comes to your mind here?
Well, we'll give Dr. McKay Frankum's play of the game to Bray Pugmire. It was 23-21 in that first set, and she was set up perfectly. We got it on the replay. A kill that seemed to put the momentum back on the Rebels to finish out that first set.
Yeah, she played great. As I was saying during the broadcast, this was a win by committee. I mean, Corney was solid up front at the net with her sets. Pugmire and Chasey on the outside. Our seniors both had great nights, which is awesome to see. And, of course, Peterson had some big plays. Weston had some big plays. It was a great win by committee tonight, which you like to see at this point in the season. We're going to go to break here. When we come back, we will have the player of the game and then a calendar update for this big weekend for Rich High School. This is a independent software solutions post-game show, and we'll be back after this.
Make your day even better by indulging in delectable, freshly prepared classics at the Crawford Trough. Come enjoy succulent cheeseburgers, rich raspberry shakes, crispy onion rings, or golden fries, and pair it all with our exclusive River Bridge soda. For another favorite, try a grilled chicken wrap or a yummy twisted ice cream cone. Make the perfect dining experience with our delightful Crawford Trough staff. Treat yourself to something delicious from the Crawford Trough in Randolph.
Woodruff Corner Store is hometown convenience. Now serving ice cream or shakes from our new soft serve machine. And remember, you can always stop in for a fountain drink with all your favorite mix-ins. Summer hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
All right, we are back here, which brings us to our Crawford Trough Player of the Game. Rob, what do you got for us?
Well, we got to give a shout-out first to Cadence Pippi, 11 kills on the Tiger side, and Macy Rhodes with 6, as the Tigers definitely put up a strong fight. Bray Pugmire with 11 kills, Chase Levitt with 11 as well. We talked about the importance of having multiple attackers, but we're going to give the Player of the Game to Leah Peterson with 5 kills. She just seemed to make those kills at crucial times in the set, and having multiple attacks gives a challenge for the other team. They can't focus, put that block just on one person. And she had a couple blocks herself.
Yep. It seemed that when she had those plays, they came at really crucial moments, like you said, and just a great night, great positive night for the Lady Rebels going into this weekend, which brings us to our Woodruff Country Corner calendar update. So this weekend, Rob, big weekend for the Rebels, as tomorrow they start as far as volleyball goes, they will start that Richfield tournament. First game is at 3:30, so that means we will have a pregame show starting around 3 o'clock. We will be down there for the Friday game against Emory High School, which will be a big test. And then later that day, we will be going just north of Richfield to Monroe, where the boys will be playing South Sevier in football.
Yeah, and the JV volleyball team has a tournament tomorrow and Saturday as well. That one is in Ogden.
And do we have any cross-country?
Cross-country, there's region will be on Tuesday next week in Manila at 11.
Gotcha. So a big week for cross-country next week, having region on Tuesday. And then on Saturday, the Lady Rebels will play Panguitch. We talked with Cassie about that just a few minutes ago. So that will be a big one on Saturday down in Richfield. As far as junior high goes, football will be playing Pinedale Saturday morning at 11 in Laketown. And so that brings us to the end of our Independent Software Solutions post-game show. We want to thank all of our listeners out there. And once again, tune in tomorrow. We've got 2 broadcasts happening. One starting at 3 o'clock for volleyball against Emory, and one at 6:15, pregame starting at 6:15 at South Sevier High School, with a kickoff scheduled at 7 o'clock as the boys look to take on the Rams of South Sevier. Thank you, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.